Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one missed. The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
That's down and in.
1-0.
One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Top of the zone for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Here's a 1-1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Man at second. In the air, left field. Marsh on the move. Corrals it. And there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13. Manning.
Here's Machado. And that clips the inside corner.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And that one is lifted in the air. And he makes the catch. And that is that. One left for San Diego. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show Canada. Back now in Toronto, digging in, Luis Campusano. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And the right-hander back to work. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Righty to the plate. That one not close. And that's ball 1. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value.
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. A good pitch for the strikeout.
Willie Adames stands in. The shortstop takes the ball. And a pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The Padres down by a run here at the top of the second. And that one sliced foul. One down, base is empty. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now here is Spencer Steer. Swings through that one.
It's 0-1.
Two outs. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
0-2.
That one lifted to left. And it stays fair.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So man aboard. Now here's Jake Bauers. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1.
Hey, now we got two.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The Blue Jays up by a run here in the second game of the series. Runner takes off. Got him looking. That's the third out. Padres lead one. They trail here 1-0. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. And now it's Joey Gallo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across. This is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
There's a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that's outside. And that's ball one.
1-1.
And there's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Left-hand batter waits. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Tatis, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And ball one.
Tatis is so athletic. He probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
And the pitch. That's in there. That is strike two.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't, and this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Throw to second, tag, out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw, quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Righty delivers. That one found hard the other way. And a pitch. Stays alive. Ball one to Bogaerts.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And the righty deals. Out to short. Sends it across to first. Third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the fourth. Now it's the DH, Kyle Tucker. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That's in there. Tucker, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. And downstairs. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Next offering is in for a strike. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. And it drops in. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Machado in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
The Jays leading by 3. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Got him. Machado is gone, and there's one away. Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That misses the zone. 1-0. The pitch. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. Kicks and fires. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Adames stands in now and watches strike 1. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-1. Tucker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Good eye right there. Ground ball to Bohm. They take the force out, and that is the inning. 1 left for San Diego. They trail in this one 3-0. New inning getting started. Stepping in for San Diego, Spencer Steer. Steele back to work. Just missed.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse.
1-1.
Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there, and I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Bowers in the box here lets that one go for a ball. This ball's chopped on the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down.
Now back, the first baseman.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a foul ball. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Good looking fastball right there. Surprised he didn't take a rip at that. I think he got locked up a little bit.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And that one hammered. Marsh moving back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back here at Rogers Center. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Leading off, Fernando Tatis Jr. The wind and the pitch. And there's a ball. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. And he deals. Hit in the air, center field. De La Cruz hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
Xander to the plate now. He played in the Seoul Series to open the 2024 season.
Such a cool experience for both teams, Boog. For Bogaerts, it was the 5th country he's played in since joining Major League Baseball. He had the chance to play in the London Series with the Red Sox in 2019 and in the Mexico City Series with the Padres in 2023.
And a pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
This one popped up. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Padres nothing. Back now in Toronto, and now it's Manny Machado.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
The wide to kick the pitch. Foul ball.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
Here comes a pitch. That's a little bit low.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He was able to execute the perfect pitch for that situation. Had been pounding him with fastballs, and then all of a sudden pulls out the changeup and has good enough command to make it competitive. Tell you what, varying speeds like that to a hitter can be really, really effective. And right there, you could tell that hitter was just overmatched.
Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike.
There we go.
Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7.
Hey, we got one.
And a base hit into right center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Andrew Steele out of the game. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. New pitcher now for the Jays, Bowden Francis.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here. After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And our final line for this afternoon.